Hi, it's Lee, and in this video I'd like to discuss your goals. I recently did a video on getting things in your life in order so that you set yourself up in a position to be able to make larger goals. Alright, so you have some semblance of order in your life, or you're working on it, and you feel comfortable enough to start setting some goals. That's great! You're awesome! So, what are you going to do out there? Determining what you're going to do is very difficult. So first, let's consider why you want to set goals in the first place. Why can't you just do what you want? Well, the reason's pretty simple. When you want to get somewhere, you need to select a destination. So setting an overarching goal is setting a destination. Now normally when you do this, you pull up Google Maps and you put in a destination and you let a computer tell you where to go. However, one of the greatest things about living in a free society is the ability to choose what you're going to do or what you're going to aim at. And while you could let someone tell you what to do, or you could try to rely on some sort of algorithm to determine what your path should be, one of the greatest freedoms and one of the greatest joys in your life could be figuring out what you're supposed to do, how you're going to get there, and then actually achieving those things. I'd go so far as to say that's what a good life really ends up being. So when you're drawing the roadmap of your life, you have to pick an ultimate destination. That destination is your overarching goal. It's something you want to achieve that's going to be sort of a grand victory. It's a large milestone. This doesn't have to be something that is your ultimate milestone. It just has to be something that you couldn't achieve in one step. Once you've chosen your primary goal, your overarching goal, your main destination, you need to map out what these single steps along that route are going to be. These single steps are your small, achievable goals that build up to allow the greater goal to be possible. You can think of these small steps as the necessary turns you have to make to get to your overall destination. If it were just a straight shot, it'd be a very easy route and it wouldn't really require a lot of planning. And if you find that your overarching goal is just a straight shot without any real planning necessary, it might not be as big or difficult as you think, and perhaps you should be aiming higher. However, if you're having trouble meeting your goals or have had trouble in the past doing so, it's perfectly fine to make your overall goal something a little smaller so that the steps that lead up to the goal are themselves much smaller, achievable goals. The key with some of your first goals, if you've had trouble with them, is to find things that are just challenging enough but that you can still succeed at. Once you start finding a little bit of success, you'll find that success comes a little easier with the next goal and the next goal until you've built up and achieved the bigger thing that you want. Reoccurring success also builds your confidence and makes you feel like, yeah, you really can do more. And that confidence is legitimate. It's not the sort of self-esteem injections that I was given as a kid, for instance, in school or on a team of some kind. That stuff back then was constant. Was really annoying. Rah, rah, you're the greatest, yeah! Yet the greatest thing you were doing at the time was trying to name some type of fish, or learning the various spellings of the word there. One of the most important things to consider when setting your goals is to not set yourself up for failure. We've always been told to dream big, and there isn't anything wrong with that. Except, what you might not have been told, but you may have experienced, is that when you aim way too high, and you can't quite muster the goals that will become achievable and start leading you down a path that even puts that large dream big goal in sight, you may start to get this overwhelming, crushing feeling like it's not something you can actually do. And there's only so much crushing we can take on our paths toward what we want before we just say, maybe I didn't really want that. Now all this depends on a lot of factors. Some people can achieve very well or take a lot of hits and just keep on going. But not everybody's quite built that way. There's a lot of interesting psychology on this, and I'd like to get into that, but we're definitely going to do that in another video. So let's do a quick recap. Choose for yourself one overarching goal that you think with enough steps you'd be able to accomplish it. Make sure that you're not overwhelming yourself beyond your limits so that you can make some successes that will build and exponentiate or create a feedback loop for more success. If you have any questions or comments, please place them down in the YouTube comments section. And if you think I'm doing an okay job, like or subscribe to my videos. It helps them get shown to more people due to the YouTube algorithms. It'd be really helpful. And as always, stay positive and do your best work. Take care.